Here are all the Wookiee warriors in Star Wars. From legendary Jedi fighters to unsung heroes, we're breaking down every single one. Let's jump right in. Long before the Jedi Order, we know Ruur, who served as a temple master of the ancient Jedi Order on Tython. As a Force-sensitive Wookiee, he led the Great Temple with quiet wisdom during the height of the Infinite Empire. Ruur guided fellow masters and young trainees alike, helping shape the earliest traditions of Force philosophy. Not much is known about his life beyond these fragments, but his presence in the Jedi archives marks him as one of the Order's earliest and most respected leaders. Bodar, also known as Death Mountain and Bone Shatterer, was a legendary Wookiee gladiator from the Old Republic era. Enslaved by the slaver Zale Barrows as a child, he was forced into the Great Pit of Kadamimu, where he survived over 10,000 death matches across more than a century. He battled everything from armored Mandalorians to Force users, often unarmed, relying on overwhelming strength and unshakable resolve. His reputation was so feared, even rival gladiators refused to face him. After gaining freedom through a Republic smuggler, Bodar joined their crew, becoming a symbol of defiance, dignity, and Wookiee endurance in the darkest of arenas. Ruur was a hunter and expedition leader skilled in tracking and close-quarters combat. He earned respect for defending his people against slavers and external threats, using guerrilla tactics and traditional Wookiee weapons like the bowcaster and vibroaxe. Despite his reputation, Ruur secretly betrayed fellow Wookiees, selling them into slavery for personal profit. His actions were uncovered during the Jedi Civil War period when Jedi Knight Revan found evidence of his crimes. Once considered a protector, Ruur's legacy became a cautionary tale about deception, loyalty, and the fragile bonds within Wookiee society during the volatile years of the Old Republic. Zalbar, known as Big Z, was a Wookiee warrior known for his strength and loyalty. Exiled after a violent dispute with his brother, he became bound by a traditional life debt to Mission Vao after she rescued him from slavers on Taris. Zalbar later fought alongside Revan during the Jedi Civil War, directly opposing the forces of Darth Malak. He played a key role in the mission to destroy the Starforge, a massive battle station used to fuel Malak's war effort. His actions reflected Wookiee combat traditions and their enduring presence in major galactic conflicts of the Old Republic. Arkoff was a towering Wookiee Jedi Master who served during the High Republic era. Calm, wise, and deeply compassionate, he was stationed on the remote world of Banshee, where he mentored Padawans and worked alongside Jedi Knight Lily Tora Asi. After the Great Hyperspace disaster, Arkoff helped care for displaced settlers, showing a quiet strength rooted in empathy. His braided facial fur marked him as a respected elder among Jedi. He wielded a green crossguard lightsaber and wore standard High Republic robes, consistent with Jedi gear used in frontier deployments during that period. Buryaga Agaburi is a compassionate Jedi Knight active during the High Republic era. Standing at 2.23 meters tall, he wields a unique blue crossguard lightsaber designed to suit his stature. Buryaga's sensitivity to the emotions of others is exceptional, allowing him to sense feelings even when others cannot. He was the apprentice of Jedi Master Nib Assek, who learned Shiri Wook to communicate with him. Buryaga played a crucial role during the Great Hyperspace disaster by identifying survivors aboard starship fragments. His journey reflects the strength, empathy, and resilience of the Wookiee people. Kelnaka is a Jedi introduced in the Acolyte, living in solitude on the jungle world of Kofar. Though distant from the Jedi Temple, he remains deeply connected to the Force and wields a green lightsaber with calm strength. Played by Jonas Suotamo, the same actor who played Chewie in the sequel trilogy, making Kelnaka the first Wookiee Jedi shown in live action. But Kelnaka's past isn't without shadows. He was involved in a Jedi mission that resulted in the deaths of several Force-sensitive children, including the family of May and Osha. While not solely responsible, his silence and complicity cast doubt on his legacy, and ultimately, he's slain off-screen by the Stranger, struck down with a lightsaber slash across his chest. Jedi Master Krrsantan was a calm and disciplined Wookiee who served as the lightsaber instructor at the Almaz Academy, stationed there shortly after the events of the Phantom Menace. Known for his precision and patience, he trained generations of Padawans in lightsaber combat. During a mission in 31 BBY, one of his own students betrayed the Order, releasing deadly creatures aboard their ship. Krrsantan stayed behind to hold them off, buying time for others to escape. He died in the fight, but his final stand embodied the Jedi Code: discipline, sacrifice, and mastery through control, not domination. Chewbacca was a Jedi Master who served the Republic during its final centuries. A respected member of the Jedi High Council, he trained several Padawans, including Plo Koon. Known for his ability to sense future outcomes, Chewbacca was a skilled strategist and diplomat. In 44 BBY, he led peace talks during the Stark Hyperspace War, but was mortally wounded in an ambush. Despite his injuries, he continued to guide the mission to success. His final wish, that Plo Koon join the Jedi Council, was fulfilled after his death, honoring Chewbacca's legacy of wisdom, service, and quiet strength. Kashyyyk was a Force-sensitive initiate at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, around 42 BBY, and a member of the Tibidi clan. Known for his discipline and curiosity, he caught the attention of both Yoda and Count Dooku after closely observing their sparring match. Haunted by visions of violent conflict between his species and an old enemy, Kashyyyk turned to the Jedi archives for understanding. But Dooku warned him against becoming consumed by dark foresight. During a field trial on Corvair II, Kashyyy's visions turned real when he ignited his lightsaber in fear, attacking his own friend. The fallout fractured his clan and left lasting emotional scars, even though no one died. Vorlaka was a battle-hardened Jedi Knight stationed at a desolate desert outpost in the Republic's final years. When a violent blizzard swept the region, it concealed a brutal slaver assault led by the Dark Jedi Karai Nalvas. As lightning flashed and sand turned to ice, Vorlaka met the charge head-on, his war cries echoing through the storm. He fought with blade and fury, holding the line until the end. His death wasn't quiet. It was carved into the land he defended. Vorlaka didn't fall retreating. He fell standing. A Jedi who turned a forgotten outpost into a last stand worth remembering. Gungi is a rare Jedi youngling who stood out immediately for wielding a custom lightsaber with a wooden hilt made from brylark tree bark, tough as metal, but uniquely symbolic of his heritage. Trained at the Coruscant Jedi Temple, he was featured in the Clone Wars and later re-emerged in the Bad Batch, surviving Order 66 against all odds. Calm, precise, and deeply rooted in Jedi values, Gungi reunited with his people to defend the Wookiees from Imperial threats. A fusion of raw Wookiee might and Jedi serenity, Gungi's journey reflects resilience and the enduring spirit of both cultures. Tarfful, the towering chieftain and general of the Kashyyyk clan, stands at 2.32 meters and first appears in Revenge of the Sith, where he fights alongside Chewbacca and coordinates with Yoda during the Battle of Kashyyyk. Loyal and strategic, he later hired bounty hunters during the Clone Wars to rescue Chewbacca from captors, showing his sharp tactical sense. And here's a hidden gem. Tarfful's final roar in Revenge of the Sith was lifted from Itchy in the Star Wars Holiday Special, a subtle nod to old-school Wookiee weirdness. Tarfful isn't just muscle, he's tradition, leadership, and heart rolled into one. Meru Meru was another warrior and military leader active during the final days of the Clone Wars. Known for his strength, discipline, and battlefield command, he fought alongside Jedi forces during major engagements. He was present during the Separatist invasion of his home territory and helped lead the defense with precise coordination and close-quarters combat skill. When Order 66 was executed, he stood with the Jedi against the surprise betrayal. His actions reflect the deep bonds Wookiees shared with the Republic and their enduring warrior tradition in galactic history. Snuva was a formidable Wookiee bounty hunter active during the Galactic Civil War. Exiled from Kashyyyk for violating the sacred taboo against using his claws, an offense called Mad Claw, he became an outlaw. Turning to bounty hunting, he targeted Imperial bounties to navigate the galaxy's dangers. His brown fur was mottled with black, and after losing his right eye, he installed a cybernetic ocular enhancer. Known for his explosive temper and brute force tactics, he favored a vibroaxe, heavy blaster, and his climbing claws. His notoriety was such that Chewbacca once disguised himself as Snuva to infiltrate Coruscant. Black Krrsantan, known as BK, Santi, or Santo, is a fierce black-furred Wookiee bounty hunter and former gladiator. After being exiled for a past disgrace, He sharpened his combat skills in the brutal Zanti Brothers arenas. There, he was fitted with metal-reinforced knuckles that made him a deadly close-quarters fighter. He first appeared in Darth Vader Issue 1 in 2015, working directly for the Sith Lord. Later, he showed up in Dr. Aphra Comics and the Book of Boba Fett, where Carrie Jones brought him to life. BK is famous for ripping enemies' arms clean off, and even facing off against Obi-Wan Kenobi. He fought Obi-Wan as part of his assignments for the Hutt Cartel, testing his skills against one of the Jedi Order's finest. He's a powerhouse driven by rage, skill, and a surprising sense of honor. Wulf Warrow is a freedom fighter and father figure who appeared in Star Wars Rebels. A veteran of the Clone Wars, he fought against the Separatists and later resisted the Empire's occupation. Following the war, he helped rescue enslaved Wookiee children from Imperial control. Known for his imposing size and calm leadership, Wulf Warrow worked with the Ghost Crew to thwart an Imperial trap on a Wookiee labor transport. Though not Force-sensitive, he is respected for his courage and dedication to his people. His story highlights Wookiee resistance efforts during the early Imperial era and their willingness to ally with rebels. Chewbacca, often called Chewie, is the legendary Wookiee known for his immense strength, unwavering loyalty, and advanced technical expertise. During the Clone Wars, he fought alongside the Republic and helped Jedi Master Yoda escape a Separatist invasion. Later enslaved by the Empire, Chewbacca was freed by Han Solo, forging a lifelong bond between them. As co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon, he played a crucial role in key battles at Yavin, Hoth, Endor, and Starkiller Base. Fluent in Shiri-Wook, Chewbacca is a skilled starship engineer, pilot, and marksman, usually wielding his signature bowcaster. Surviving into the Resistance era, he guided Rey and helped bring down the First Order, making him one of the most enduring heroes in galactic history. Speaking of the Wookiee legacy, it's impossible not to mention Maladabuk, often called Mala, Chewbacca's wife and a prominent figure in Wookiee cultural history. From childhood, she recognized Chewbacca's exceptional bravery and leadership qualities. Their bond endured significant trials, including Chewbacca's life debt to Han Solo, ongoing conflicts with slaver factions, and her own abduction. As a matriarch, Mala played a vital role in protecting their offspring, Lumpawaru and later Lumwarum, often providing guidance and support during Chewbacca's prolonged service to the New Republic. Her loyalty and wisdom exemplify the foundational strength that sustains Wookiee families amid galactic upheaval. Lumpawaru, or Waru, is Chewbacca's son, whose journey has been anything but easy. Born during the Empire's occupation, he endured enslavement in Imperial labor camps before escaping during Kashyyyk's liberation. Waru was rescued by his father and stood with New Republic forces to free his people. Though once shy and traumatized by his past, he grew into a courageous young warrior committed to family and freedom. His story shows that resilience can bloom from hardship, and that even those who start in darkness can find their voice as heroes. Lobaka, often called Loey, was a Jedi Knight and the nephew of Chewbacca. Trained by Luke Skywalker at the Jedi Academy, he was one of the few Wookiees to wield the Force and a lightsaber. He fought during the New Republic era, helping to rebuild the Jedi Order after the Empire's fall. Combining Wookiee strength with Jedi discipline, Lobaka proved himself a powerful and loyal warrior. He faced numerous threats alongside fellow Jedi, showing that true strength comes from courage and conviction. His journey reflects the enduring honor of his people and their role in preserving peace across the galaxy. And there you have it. If you enjoyed this dive into the Wookiee warriors, please give it a like. It really helps out. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any of the deep lore videos coming your way. Drop a comment below, and may the Force be with you always.